Here we are once again. It's in the dark. It's the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. Hooray! Look at this boardwalk. There's not a soul. Nobody here. And this is Saturday night, but it is middle of November. So there's nobody here on the boardwalk. So what am I doing here? I came to show you something that you might not get to see again. So we gotta open the door. Here we are. This was called Futurecade. Now, those of you who follow my videos, particularly on Facebook, would have seen that I spent a large part of my winter last year putting this together. This was a second location. I didn't run this, but the equipment here does belong to me. I set this up for somebody who I know in the business, and I had to completely rebuild this game from a total disaster basket case, bringing the pieces down from, oh my gosh, well, this is 2,800, came down from 23, 5 blocks down the boardwalk, came down in major sections. The top crown is all one piece. From the pink lights down to the fish is all one piece, as far as you can see. From the targets from one end to the other is one piece, and the front counter is one piece. That's all it comes apart to. It doesn't come apart further than that. Why they didn't make it in sections of 2, I'll never know. But that's the way they made it. So they're very hard to move. They're park models. Usually they're built inside a trailer. Well, I put this game together because Angelo, his wife Angela, and their son Carmine were going to run these games on the boardwalk with their dad, Jimmy John. And these people are part of the Nichols family. Everybody knows Nichols from Nichols Pier, right here on the boardwalk. So they're not novices. They know how to run games. So I set them up. They were ready to go. They've run water games for years, all their lives. Unfortunately, it was not a good season. And they simply did not make enough money in order to justify continuing the operation. So I spent all that time and money putting this together. If you remember last year in Florida, I built a complete controller for this game, all new. And now it got to be used one season, and it's done. And mind you, my controller never failed once. Not even once. The only problems we had with the game were the tracks, which are old, and sometimes the chain would come off of the sprocket, and I would have to put it back on again. But after, that would happen a few times, and I would adjust them more and more and more. Certainly by by August, that didn't happen anymore. Everything was adjusted, fine-tuned, so that they were going to work just fine. There was no problems with the game. So now, I'm going to have to take it apart. Why? They're going to rent the location to somebody else. So guess who's going to be taking it all apart and moving all this stuff? Yes, the crane, right here on the side. That's mine too. So that's going to have to move. There's another crane back there. Here's an armed champ. I have an arms champ over in the arcade, remember? But this one is working the way it originally was designed to, with your computer monitor and your selection, and you play. If you remember my one in the arcade, it has lights that go up and down as far as beating the strength. This one is running with its original computer system. The one I have in my arcade, computer system was shot years ago. So I built a simulation in order to work out of the frame. But this is the same game. This is the way it normally looks. Arms Champ True's mine. Kickboxer's mine. Boxing machine's mine. Mortal Kombat 3. Ice Ball. Yes, even Roller Bowler. Roller Bowler, you had to get the ball to stay up in the lump. So you have to do it just right. Now that's too hard. It's going to go up and it's going to come back at me. That's a loser. Got to do it just right to get it to go over the hump and stay in there. That might still be a little too hard. Oh, I almost had it. That's going to be a winner. There's a winner. Now, if the machines were turned on right now, the beacon light would be going off, the bell would be ringing, and I would be receiving the prize. To get the ball back, just got to give it a bigger shove. Back it comes. Now, when the machines are turned on, these are pneumatic. They're automatic machines. And right here where this hole is, right there, there is an apparatus that will come up and it'll stop the ball. And it's all told to the machines by these triggers in the track. Trigger 1, trigger 2. So if the ball goes over this trigger, it knows to bring the apparatus up. And then you made, and it would get stopped right there. When I would pay to play again, the thing would go down, I would get the ball back. Play again, there you go. Roller Bowler, good game. 5 of them right here. They're gonna have to come out and have to come home with me because this place isn't gonna be here next year. What are they gonna do with it? Well, it could be another vape store. That would make lots of money. Seriously would. Could be another pizza or ice cream place. They seem to do all right. But you have pizza next door. You have ice cream next door to that. And there's vape everywhere. So what can you put in here? Could be a t-shirt store. It's a million of them. So it's probably going to be another game guy. But the type of game the new game guy's going to run is not going to be of the family type game of a water race game. He'll run some other type of game where, I don't know, you're going to throw basketballs or frisbees or God knows what they're going to do, throw darts, and you win the prize, and that's what they're going to do. So, everything here has to clear out. And I don't have too long because they're going to want to come in here for the beginning of the year to work on it during this spring so that they can be open for the beginning of the season. So I wanted you to take a last look. All the work that was done. Every light bulb was working. I only got 2 bulbs out. Look at that. They lasted all summer. I got 2 bulbs out. If we ring the bell, up we go. Nope, no water. Oh, you know why? The pump's not turned on. That'll do it. I'll simulate. Up he goes. There's another winner. Look at that. Number 4 takes the prize, and he's going to come on back down so we can start a new game for everybody. Look at that smooth operation. Up, down. All automatic by my controls. Win light. Staying on so you know who won the last game. And all the other lights are back in form. So a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, but they didn't make enough money. So you have to always support the places that you like to see on the boardwalk with your patronage. Otherwise, they're gone. They're not going to be here. So a family operation, which was great for kids and anybody in the family, any age, could play and win and have a good time together. Next year, it'll be different. And that's the way it is. Somewhere, you'll see this game pop up again, be used again, because it's part of my collection. Now, I could sell it to somebody, but you're going to need an awful big place to put it and a lot of money. So a game like this could easily, new, oh my God, this game would be $150,000 new. $150,000. I'll take half that in cash, but that ain't gonna happen. So to come home with me for another day, and that's how we're gonna end it for the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. Another thing in the Randy's collection. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye.